weeks, I lost it because I felt alone in my own house. Everybody knew except me. I don't trust none of them. I felt like they had ganged up on me.
I'm not gonna tell that story.
You can tell that story because that was a mistake.
So when you mess up, it was a mistake.
He could tell you. He told you that.
If he could tell you that he fell off the bed by mistake, he would tell you that too, but he was only 4 months old. You were gonna leave me over the boy falling off the bed?
Boy, y'all had an alliance and y'all kept it for 3 weeks. Are you crazy? I'm tired of this. You got to let it go.
And
I didn't trust
that's
him.
how I felt.
I was about to leave you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I wish you would have left me over that boy falling off that bed. Y'all don't think it's been easy for us to be married? It's hasn't been easy.
No, it is not.
Well, okay. So today we're gonna be real.
Yes.
About this thing, huh?
Okay.
We've been together for what?
13.
13 years, married for 10, and it's been great. It's been amazing. But today we're going to talk about what has been the hardest part about being married throughout this blending process, or being together, or just blending. Loving you through this blending process, liking you throughout this blending process. We're going to talk about that today.
Yeah.
And so we just want to invite all of you, before we even get started, the first thing we want you to do is like, and we want you to share, because we want you and everybody else to be a part of this conversation, because we do this because you all are so great.
You are amazing.
And we do this because of your support.
Yes, we love you guys.
The fact that you do like, and you do share, and you do comment. We want to hear from
y'all
you.
Text and y'all DM.
All of it.
Love it.
So we want to hear more of that. As a matter of fact, today, make your voice heard. We want to make sure that you are a part of this conversation of what has been the hardest part about loving, liking, being with you throughout this blending process. You ready to get into it?
I sure am.
Well, let's get into it. Okay.
You like me right now? I need to know now. You like me right now?
It depends.
Boy, you love me right now?
I always love you.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to go first or me? No, you go first. You go first. Go first. Go first.
I think that it's not easy to answer the question of what has been the hardest part about loving you throughout this blend. Because I always loved you. I mean,
He didn't like me at some points.
I didn't always like you. I didn't say that. I said I've always loved you. And
Oh, please.
will always love you. But I don't always like you. And you don't always like me. We didn't always like each other in the process. But we have learned to have a dope blend and a dope relationship and a dope marriage. I think that if I had to pinpoint what has not been the hardest part, but just for me, what was the biggest journey was the fact that I have been married before.
Yep.
I came into this relationship with 2 children as a divorcee.
That's the hardest part for me. I'm just playing.
And when I met you, you had never been married,
Okay.
no children.
Correct.
Right. So I have always had to be very thoughtful, considerate, cognizant of the fact that a lot of the things that I have and had experienced already, you were, and even to a certain extent still are, experiencing for the first time, right? And that hasn't always been easy.
Correct.
Because, there are times when I have been very careful not to play the card of, I've done this before. You know, first of all, because I didn't feel like you deserve that. I don't feel like that's right of me. Because yes, even though that's my experience, I don't want to dampen your experience, the experience that you had of a first wedding, the experience that you had of motherhood and parenthood for the first time and marriage for the first time. I had done that before, right? Even though this one is different. This one is, this one is wonderful. Second time
Oh my God.
around. It's just good. It's really good, right? But still, there are times when, Leslie is.
I don't do all of that.
You do. You do.
I am a natural happy person.
First of all,
okay?
First of all, I haven't even said
Natural.
anything. All I've done
Okay?
is like movements and motions and body stuff.
I get excited very easily.
Don't get defensive. Because all I'm saying is that so I don't want to rob you. I never have wanted to rob you of those first time experiences and those, you know what I'm saying? I felt like at times you would impose that on me. There were a lot of times when you would put on me like, I know this is not your first time. I know you've done this before. I know, even when I wouldn't say it, even when I would restrain myself.
That's why I said it, because I felt it.
But see, that might not even be a Leslie and Greg thing. That might be a male and female.
It could be. It could
because
be.
You don't know what you felt.
How you gonna tell me what I felt? I felt it.
You ain't felt nothing.
I did. That's why
you didn't.
That's why I said what I said.
No, what I'm trying to say is that in those moments it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair if I was going above and beyond to make sure that I did not hold over your head, that it was not my first day of school. It was not my first wedding. It was not my first childbirth. It was not my first staying up all night and doing milk and diapers and all that kind of stuff.
Let me tell you something about that. It may not have been his first, but I could tell you that in 11 years that
I hadn't done it in 11 years.
He act like it was, what is this? Like he tripped over the child stuff and he said a bad word. And yes. So he could sit here all day.
Bad word now.
He could sit here all day and act like it was just like, I've done this before.
But I had done it before.
You had,
but it had been a long time.
He ain't had no boys, I can tell you that.
I did not have boys. That was my first time.
He was peed on. He was everything. It was different.
Yeah, but okay, that's true. All that's true. And so there was some firsts for me. I hadn't had a boy, so having boys was different. Being married to you was different. But when the question comes of what was the hardest part, I would say that was one of the hardest things, is to restrain myself or have to suppress a lot of times the fact that a lot of your firsts were not my first. But I also wanted to make sure that I didn't crap on that either.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, and dampen the experiences for you, because you deserved to have your first experiences as well. And they be everything that you wanted them to be and dreamed that they would be and imagined that they would be. So I think that was a hard thing for me. I got some more, but I'm gonna let you jump in. And then after you jump in, depending on what you say, I might have to come a little harder.
Okay, so, the hardest thing for me, it kind of goes with what you're saying about you experiencing things already. And when I became a first-time mom biologically, having my oldest son, Carter, y'all, when I found out I was pregnant, first of all, I've always wanted boys. Let's be clear. Let's say that out loud, always. When I was a little girl, I even wrote a prayer to God, asking God to give me a son. Like, I was serious about it. And I made sure everybody knew how badly I wanted a boy. But then there were personal reasons within my relationship that I wanted a son too, once I met Greg because I wanted to have a first with him. I wanted to, he had daughters, and one, I was just like, I want something different because it's going to be the same, and I don't want that experience with him. And then two, I also felt for my bonus daughters because I didn't think they could handle having a little girl, a sister. I didn't think they were emotionally ready to handle a little girl living in the house with their dad, loving on their dad, and having her to herself 24/7. I didn't think they were ready for that. And you know that because I stated that. So I prayed to God even harder about that for their feelings. And so when we found out that we were having a boy, I was like, oh my God, like this is going to be crazy. This is different. He's never experienced this. And it was new. Our birth was different, all of that. But I was very overprotective of my son. I was the first.
I wasn't allowed to like him.
That's not true.
Very.
I nursed my child. Ladies who are listening and viewing this, you know how the attachment works as skin to skin and that bonding with your baby, especially when you're nursing them. It's just, you have a stronger connection with them. Anyway, so I was very protective. I literally I didn't have postpartum depression. I had what they call postpartum anxiety, where I always thought if Carter was not in my care or with me, something was going to happen.
And I wasn't allowed to like
to him.
Like
literally, that's probably, we've talked about this in previous episodes, and I've even talked about my son with his anxiety. I already had anxiety, but it heightened even more so when he was born because I was so afraid of something happening to him.
She used to steal him from my arms like Sophia's sisters came and took the baby out of.
Why do we always have to reference stuff with a movie? Anyway,
In The Color Purple, when Sophia's sisters came and took the baby out of Harpo's arms when he was sitting on the porch.
Did I interrupt yours?
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. So I just want to give y'all that backstory, okay? So there was a incident that happened, and I was not home, okay? Not only did I have a situation with my husband, but it actually comes together because I lost trust for a while in not only my husband, but actually in my bonus girls. I was mad at all three of them. So we were at a family event, probably maybe a couple of weeks after it actually happened. We were at my brother-in-law's house, and he laughing now, and something happened where somebody fell or something, and he cracks a joke, and he says, yeah, like Carter did. Mind you, Carter was 4 months. And I said, what? Like Carter did? And his sister said, oh. I said, what's going on? And he was like, nothing. Carter may have fallen off the bed, but we'll talk about it later. Y'all, my mood went from jolly in less than a second, if we could even think of less than a second. That's how quickly I went from smiling to angry. Because I was like, one, you didn't tell me, and then two, you gonna sit here and crack a joke on it like it's funny? You got to be kidding me. So by this time, I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go. I didn't even want to stay at the house, but my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law's house anymore. I was ready to go. And then I was mad because I felt like everybody knew except me. So I was double, like I was quiet the whole ride home. So we get home, I got my baby, and I was like, I got him dressed to bed and stuff. And so at this moment, I'm like, okay. And mind you, our girls are with us. So I'm like, I need to know what happened, okay? The girls, I could see the fear in their face, like, oh God. So what happens? My husband has our son, our 4-month-old child, okay? He has to go to the restroom. So what he does, he's laughing. So what he does is take our he takes our 4-month-old child, and my earring come off. That's how my body getting hot. He takes our 4-month-old child, brings this child to our youngest daughter, who is half asleep, and gives her the baby and says, hey, watch him while I go to the restroom. She finally comes to and takes the baby and brings him back in the room looking for her dad. Couldn't find him. And what she does, because she has sleep, lays him on the bed and walks out the room. What happens to that baby who's 4 months and learning how to roll over? He rolls off the bed and hits the floor. And what happens? My husband hears
The bed was high too.
And the bed was very high. And my husband hears a thump and comes running out, and our 4-month-old son is on the floor. This is where I get real mad. When they all realize what happened, he tells them, let me handle it. Don't say nothing to Miss L. So mind you, okay, I'm the bonus mom, right? I'm coming into this blended dynamic. And y'all three gonna come together and get an agreement not to tell me about my own child. And that is where I lost it, because I felt alone in my own house. So at that moment, it was so bad, y'all, that I called my mom. I was ready to leave. I wanted to go by my sister's house. I was gonna pack up my stuff and Carter's stuff, and I was gonna leave because I felt like y'all three gonna keep a secret about my child from me. Y'all three could stay here. I'm out. That's literally how I felt. And I didn't trust them. I didn't trust the girls to hold my child. I didn't trust them to be left alone with him. I didn't even trust my own husband to have our son by himself, because I was just that angry. Because my thing is, if something would have happened to Carter and we had to go to the hospital and the doctor said, did he fall? Did anything happen? And as a mom, I would be like, no. And then all three of them sitting there like boo-boo the fools, because they had come with an agreement. Well, yeah. So he did fall off the bed. Who they would have looked at like, you the mom. How you didn't know this? Am I lying? And see how he laughing? You see?
Look, I'm laughing.
See? You see, he didn't object one time to this story because he know I'm telling the truth. This is a dad. This is a dad.
I'm laughing.
It's not funny.
I'm laughing because you go so far.
It's not far. Yo, if a baby falls off a bed,
Leslie,
what?
There's no way, if we had to take the boy to the doctor, that I would not have at that point said to you, okay, Les, Carter fell
I don't
off
know
the
you
bed.
would have, because y'all lied all that time. Y'all lied for a couple of weeks. Y'all didn't tell me for a couple of weeks. So what makes you think that I think that y'all gonna tell me at that moment? Y'all lied to me for a couple of weeks.
Jesus. Leslie, the boy's 8.
It doesn't matter.
But did he die?
He didn't. But y'all, it was to the point. Let me tell you, y'all, it was to the point. It was to the point that we had a camera in the house.
Oh, God.
And Greg was upstairs. And once again, y'all, I had anxiety about, probably after it happened, he had to go pick up the girls. We had them for the weekend. And I was like, oh my God. I called my mom crying. I was like, Mom, the girls are here. Greg is here. I have to go to work. What am I going to do? I don't want to leave.
You sure did.
I did.
This is about to make me mad. Finish this.
I called my mom and was like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave my baby with them. That's how I felt. Them.
I'm about to cuss.
See?
Because this thing we had a camera that was sitting on the mantle.
And I saw Kyla pick up my child, and I called. I said, why are you holding my baby?
And what did I do?
He talking about, Leslie.
What did I do?
You hung up the phone.
And turned that camera around.
And I called my mom. I had to leave.
Because what you're not going to do is, this ain't Big Brother.
I had to leave work. I'm
not going to be under surveillance.
I had to leave work. I literally left. I called my mom like literally hyperventilating because she was holding her brother, my child, but I literally was just that upset.
But Carter's not the first baby that fell off the bed.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
I was a first time mom. And then
But see, it's
wait.
okay.
No.
But it's in one of those situations
Let's pause.
that I could have said, just say my first child.
Right. But let me pause. Let's flip this. I'm the bonus mom. Had
Lord.
Kirsten or Kyla fallen and hit their head.
But Leslie.
Let me finish, please. Fallen, hit their head, had a scratch, had a knot, had anything. It would have been what she did to my child. I don't want her around because my kids are falling. But flip side, my child, they come together with an alliance and not tell me. You just like I can't make a Kirsten and Kyla.
Do you think that
you can't make no Carter?
Do you not think?
Period.
Do you not think that if something would have happened with them, that I would not have made an alliance with them too?
It's not.
I would have said, listen, tell your mama that
wouldn't have worked.
I did such and such.
That
and
wouldn't
such
have
and
worked.
such. You don't know if it would have worked.
Oh,
or
yes,
not.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do too. And you know for sure because at that time that really was a tender moment even for that dynamic because I had just had a baby. So that really, was very, what's the word? Sensitive. Very sensitive for my husband's ex. So, yes.
Well, I guess
I was mad.
I guess I should count my blessings because the hardest part of with me, if your hardest story with me and our blending dynamic happened 8 years ago, and we are going to 10 years of marriage, I must have done something good in the last 8 years. If that's the hardest, that right there.
I was about to leave you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I wish you would have left me over that boy falling off that bed.
Yo, do y'all hear this? Please, viewers, comment, please. I need
you
comments.
You were going to leave me over the boy falling off the bed?
Boy, y'all had an alliance and y'all kept it for 3 weeks. Are you crazy? We hadn't even been, we was only married a year and something and my child fell. And y'all, yes, I would have left you behind. Your mother-in-law saved you. Because I'm telling you, I called my mom probably every single day.
Your mom probably said,
no, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Me?
She said, baby, I get. And let's be clear. Let's be clear. I am in a blended dynamic. So let's be clear. So my mom's viewpoint is not swayed one way. Okay? So my mom is a very neutral person. She always looks at both sides of the story. But in that, she really was like, I get where you're coming from as a mother. You knew, I get it. Because didn't she talk to you about it?
I don't remember.
I believe when she came in town,
it was
she talked
so
to you.
long ago.
He had to have a conversation with me in the car and in the driveway of his mother's house because we was going on a trip. And he was like, we have to put this to bed.
And we did.
No, but don't act like it didn't go on because he was, Leslie, I'm tired of this. You got to let it go.
And that's how I felt.
But I didn't trust y'all for it was a month. I'm telling you, it's about a good 2-3 months that I was just like, I don't trust none of them. I felt like they had ganged up on me. I really did. I'm serious. And for a bonus mom or even a bonus dad, that's a lonely place to feel like that y'all ganging up on me. I understand. And you did it and you put that responsibility on children. And I didn't think that was cool. You thought it was just like, oh, nothing. But you made them lie to me.
Do you know
you made them keep a secret from me.
You know, when you tell these stories, you go back to them.
I am there.
Come back. Come here. This is 2026. Move forward.
That's probably why my baby have to wear glasses and stuff, because something messed up with his eyes.
Well, what's wrong with his second one? He didn't fall out no bed.
It's some residual right there. From y'all.
His eyes are bad from
I'm telling you. It's something.
They don't have nothing to do with him falling out the bed.
Never fell with me. Never fell with me.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
Any of my kids fell?
No comment, Penny's mother from Good Times.
What an iron?
Let me eat it. What color is the memory? What color is the one from Memories?
Oh my God. I still don't know what we're talking about, but because I yell?
No.
What?
No, let's just say spare the rod and spoil the child, and spare the belt and spoil the child.
I don't.
That child. I'm not gonna tell that story.
You can tell that story because that was a mistake.
What?
That because my child
I ain't
pulled
that-
away from me in the wrong part.
Oh, wait a minute. So when you mess up, it was a mistake.
He could tell you. He told you that.
If he could tell you that he fell off the bed by mistake, he would tell you that too, but he was only 4 months old.
At 4 months old, he couldn't tell you that, could he?
No, he couldn't.
Right,
But he old enough now to tell you that mama hit me.
No.
But she was giving me a spanking, and I moved out the way, and the belt buckle hit me, and I had a whelp on my leg.
Nope.
He old enough to tell you that.
Oh, so now you trying to do something for CPS to come and get me? You do some stuff, boy. I tell you.
Edit this
Now
part
you
out.
see it. Now you see it.
He was okay.
now
It
you
was
want
a
CPS
mistake.
to come get me.
He'll tell you
But
for
I'm
himself
telling y'all,
that it was a mistake. He
had it
moved
been
away.
my youngest
But when
child, had it been my youngest child, he would have said, "Mom, my no good daddy and my 2 sisters made me fall on my head. Get him."
At 4 months old, because he was talking that early.
So he would have told me.
Leslie.
What? We're being honest.
Leslie.
What?
Can we move forward?
We have, but it brought me
Have we
back.
healed?
Yes, but
better now?
But it's making me think about this residual stuff with my child.
That boy, you try to act like the boy's something wrong with him.
Nothing's wrong with him, but
Thank
he
you,
has to
girl.
wear.
Praise
Thank
be
you,
to God.
Jesus. He has to wear glasses.
So you think he wears glasses because he fell off the bed?
I don't know. So
Then why you wear glasses?
I probably fell too.
Let's get your mom and daddy on the show. Next, call your mom and daddy.
But she didn't have no alliance.
Ooh.
My mom didn't tell Erica or somebody don't.
You don't know because you would have been 4 months like Carter.
What?
Carter don't remember falling off the bed at 4 months.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think had?
Can I come back to my story?
No. Wait. I just got one thing to say, and I want you to be honest.
I'm gonna eat these Skittles today.
I want you to be honest. Had that joke that happened at your brother's house, and you
probably wouldn't know to this day.
To this day, say it.
But that's not true.
I have known.
That's not true. Because the day that I told it on purpose, but I tried to tell it in a group.
To save yourself. He knew.
But I told it.
But you told it knowing that, because you knew what was going to happen. You knew you was wrong.
Well, Leslie, I'm sorry. Do you accept my apology? Carter, I'm sorry. Do you accept my apology?
Wait till I tell
you
my
wear
baby
glasses today because you fell off the bed when you was 4 months old.
So guys, in this is laughter. Granted, I'm a little mad again, but this is the realness when it comes to marriage. Because I was mad. Let me tell you something. If you want to know if I liked my blended situation, then can I say?
What?
Can I say the H word? Can I say it? Because it's the double. Yeah, hell.
H-E double hockey sticks.
H-E double hockey. No. Was I ready to go? Yep. Did I care how they felt? Nope. Did I care about me and my baby? Yep. Sure did.
Look at your life now.
You better thank God that I forgave you. And then, love y'all girls.
And that is
you know.
And okay, so those stories like that. I'm about to. Woo! Jesus.
Oh, I'm so glad. I feel good though. I got it out again. Oh, now the whole world knows the story. God has some sympathy for me. Thank you. Oh, this feels great. I know I'm gonna get comments like, "Oh,
Pride on my tongue."
And probably dad's gonna be laughing like, "Man, I dropped my child right now." It's ridiculous. She mad over that. I dropped that boy yesterday, the day before. Was taking a bath and my baby went under the water. Like, it's be all that stuff.
A little drop ain't never hurt nobody.
See what I'm saying?
A little fall off the bed ain't never hurt nobody. We have all fallen off the bed at some point in time.
Not at 4 months.
You don't know that.
They brain not even develop, boy. Go ahead.
This is part of what has made it hard for me.
Okay.
This is part of what has made it hard for me.
This?
Yeah, this is part of what has made it hard for me.
Why?
Because
you can't even think.
Because guess what? If it wasn't for you, the girls, I wouldn't have even had boys.
Now let me tell. Now see, now I'm about to say something. Let me tell you. No. Because
you started my whole life over again.
Oh, but let me tell you this. See how you talk so much crap? That's what men do. So when you want us, y'all say all the necessary stuff to get. And he was like, yeah. He said the Lord told me that that I'm gonna have 4 kids, 2 boys. I'm like, yes. Like I want. But when the boys,
I just didn't know there was gonna be 11 years.
But when the boys, well, how you didn't know that when you told me this after your marriage was over? And then when we did have kids, it was like, when we had Carter, it's the first kid I actually planned for. I'm happy when it came.
True.
When they came.
That is true. I didn't plan for the girls. They came.
Right.
He
was like, this is the first.
Came
I'm excited. This is the first baby I actually planned for, and I'm excited about it. Now when Cooper came. When Cooper came, it was a different story. Now, when he sees the boys, even though that oldest boy can do no wrong in daddy's eyes, now it's, you put me in this situation. And he only says that because of our youngest. Let's be clear.
That's not true. I love my Koopy boy. And
you know what? You feel that way because he's a lot like me. So that's some unresolved issues right there with you and I.
What I'm saying to you
can't even think.
What I am saying to you is that but honestly though, we joke, but truthfully, I had to deal with some internal things at times.
Okay.
Because life started over for me again. Even now, because here I'm at an age now where the girls are Kirsten's getting ready to graduate college, and Kyla is right behind her, sophomore in college, and then yet now I have a 2nd grader and a kindergarten, so there are times, and even marriage, there have been times when we have had disagreements, or when you've been upset with me and you held on to it for a month or a month and a half or 2 months, and you wouldn't let me forget it, and nothing that I did would get me out of the doghouse.
I held something for 2 months.
You just said that you was mad at this situation for months.
That had to do with my baby. Anything else I held for 2 months?
I had to pray.
I might say, I'm mad at you. Give me like 5 minutes. Don't talk to me for 5-10 minutes.
Leslie, there are times in our marriage and in our relationship that you have been upset with me, that you've been mad with me.
We can't, first of all, can't stay mad long because one of us will do what we're doing right now, bust out laughing, and then he'll say, "You're so stupid."
And what I'm saying to you is that there have been times when I have had the thought like, I did this to myself.
There ain't no thought, you say it. What are you talking about? You said it to me. Yeah. What are you talking about?
I need to do better. I need to work on my internal thoughts.
Oh my God.
They go from internal to intrusive. I'm impulsive sometimes. I do. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
That's a good thing. Because I used to internalize, I used to keep everything in. So the fact that I'm expressive and I actually say what I'm thinking, that's a wonderful thing. That means I'm not keeping it bottled up. But when the question comes of what has been the hardest part of loving you through this blend, it has been just learning to accept the fact that there are many firsts that you are experiencing that I'm not. And at times that has been frustrating. At times that has been frustrating. But I always try to, and I hope that I succeeded in not holding those things over your head and not being quick to say, I've done this before, because at the same time, it's almost like simultaneously, we are walking also a new path. I'm walking a repeated path on one side, a new path at the same time parallel.
Yeah, I can identify. I can see that. where some of the frustration lies with that. All Joe said is I really can. But then at the same time, I do also believe, that has to do with, you had the girls at a very young age. Like, you were, and real talk, when Greg got married, Greg, was what, 20?
I was 21.
21. 21, I was going across the stage at school, get my degree, and then going to Hawaii. Ain't nobody was thinking about marriage while he was saying I do the next month. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was like even thinking of that? And then he became a parent while I was being single, living single, basically. The show, Living Single, having fun, in which I believe he, that should have been the era in his life, but he was a father. He has always been a father. So when that time came for me to, one, experience having biological kids of my own, I also experienced having Kirsten and Kyla of my own, and I took experiences and created first for them, things that they had not experienced, things that you had not experienced with them, in a different manner. And I think also when we look at our children, and not from a comparison standpoint, but there were different, you were at different times in your life from what you could do and couldn't do, what some of your adventures or what would you say, memories that were made may seem are a little bit different than what we've done with the boys. You know what I'm saying? So to me, in that situation, a lot of those things are first. I'm all about birthdays. I'm a big birthday party person. I like to be in character. All of those things, those were first for you. You didn't, and what?
Nothing. Keep going. Keep going.
Don't act.
What?
Because even when I've told you, you don't have to do it, he'll be like, I just ordered the shirt for.
Well, I'm gonna look my wife standing around like Catwoman, and I'm walking around looking like Pastor Greg.
Well, who bought the Incredible? I didn't tell you to buy that. You bought the Incredibles for Halloween, and I didn't tell you. He was like, look what I got. So you got
Right,
that. He hates to admit that he be
sent
getting
me to the store to get
not to
one
get the
costume, and while I was there, I
hates
saw
it.
that one because there were options.
He hates to admit that he gets into the whole character stuff.
I like when you get in there.
Oh my God. He gets in the character stuff. Those things to me are different and happen different, which also allowed our blended dynamic to experience things, because the girls got to experience even a different situations through their brothers.
Yes.
So all of that, there was newness there for them too, as it was for you. And I think even now, as they're becoming adults, they're still experiencing newness, through their brothers. If you come to think about it.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's a parallel. I'm walking at. There are two realities that I have experienced. Because the reality of it is, it's not hard anymore. There were just some hard moments that I had to come to grips with the fact that I was married again and a father again. No, I'm not trying to be funny.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm happily married, but there are times, especially early on, that I had to say, because how do I say it? Because you were experiencing a lot of firsts.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And I was experiencing a lot of. I was repeating a lot of experiences.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So, in that, what I'm saying is that you got to imagine, from my perspective, that there were also some, because it was your first marriage and not mine, even some of our arguments and disagreements, it was the first time for you, not the first time for me.
Got it.
Does that make sense? Yeah, so some of the arguments that we would have, some of the disagreements that we would have, it was just like, I'm having this conversation again. I'm having to explain this part of who I am again. I'm having to overcome or, you know what I'm saying, try to get somebody to understand what I do again.
I don't
You
think
know.
that was ever of
Not fully.
yeah.
Not fully. Not from the entertainment and the musical side of things. But from the church side of things, yes. There was some.
You working?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had to re-explain that and how the church world works and what it's like to work for church. And church is not corporate America, and church is not going to operate
Might as well
like
be. But
corporate
that's
America.
another story.
Yeah, we're not going there.
But okay. So with that, let's flip it a little bit. And so we talked about the difficult. So what are some of the loving?
You just want me to just.
I don't want you because I'm still listen.
We just got over that.
Okay.
I mean, you have created experiences that I have. That you just said it. There are a lot of firsts, and I think that what I can appreciate about you is that you were intentional about that for me as well. Like you just talked about the fact that you wanted a son so badly, not just because you always wanted one, but there was also the part of you that wanted to give me a son because you knew that it would be something first for me. I can appreciate that. I can say that that is something that I do love about you and appreciate about you, that you were not selfish in the first time experiences just for you. You were intentional and are still and have always been intentional about also creating first time memories for me and first time memories even for the girls and first time memories for us all together as a family. You have been intentional about that. And that is something that I love and appreciate because, you know, it has awakened or broadened, I guess you could say, me to some different things, you know, some better things, some finer things, some nicer things, you know, that I can appreciate that you were intentional about. I joke and I say I got 4 kids on the Leslie. You know, I joke and I say that I have 4 kids and an expensive wife. That's some truth to that. But, you know, the bouginess and the expensive part of you I am a benefactor of that. I benefit from those parts of you because they cause me to experience some things that I ordinarily would be like, that I don't need that. I don't have to go there. I don't have to experience that. I don't have to do that. But because you're the type of person where you're like, I want to do, don't we want to, we're going to go, we're going to go here. We're going to do this. We're going to eat here. We're going to do this. We're going to wear this. We're going to do this. We're going to, now me, I'm screaming on the inside. But in hindsight, looking back, I can say, that was cool. I had an experience. I was cat boy. I've been cat boy. I've been Mr. Incredible.
You've been a tiger. Alligator.
You've been an alligator. I've been, who else?
We've been
Batman.
soccer. Yeah, we've been coaches. We've been, yeah.
I've been a referee. I've been a police officer.
But
I've been a football player.
But in that, because see, now the tears about to come again. Such a crybaby.
Why?
But in that, no, seriously. But in that, the beauty and what I love is you look at that from a standpoint of, oh my God, but I see my children's faces. I see my kids' faces when they see their dad in character. And because their mom, they know she crazy. She gonna do all of that. But when they see their dad, you know, a part of that, you know what I'm saying? And taking so much joy and time to have those moments with them means the world to me, because my dad, they joke because my dad is so little and short, but he's the biggest guy I've ever seen in my life. And that's so important to me. I talk to my dad every single day.
Every day.
Every single
Solitary
day
of the week.
I don't care if it's 5 minutes. I have to hear his voice every single day, and it has always been that way. And I do talk to my mom too. I'm close to my mom, but I'm a daddy's girl, and to see God gave me that. He gave me someone that, because Greg always says, tells my dad, you did this to me. And my dad would say, no, she yours now. But for someone to love me in a different manner, but love me that hard, like my father, and to protect me. And I know that's what my dad wanted. That's all he ever wanted, to be able to say, okay, I'm giving my daughter to someone that I am truly at peace. And y'all, he's crazy about Greg. And not only that, this man, I have grandsons from him. That's how my dad feels. I got boys. And then Greg, purposely, we named our youngest son Cooper because my dad doesn't have any boys. So he didn't want my dad's name to end, because my maiden name is Cooper. So he gave our youngest boy the name Cooper so that name would carry on. And I can't even explain what that means. And to see when we told my dad that, how he broke down crying, like, wow, you thought of me in this. That just, it means the world, how you love those girls. We went to spring break. We went on a trip, and our oldest daughter, her team didn't do as well the first go round as they would have liked. And what's crazy is she came through the tunnel, distraught, tears, crying. And who was the first person her head had to touch was her dad's. Literally, she rested her head in his chest because that was safe. Because if nobody else was going to give her reassurance, her dad was going to give her that. Not taking away from mom, but dad, there's nothing like dad. So every day I see that with our children, and it makes me love you more and more, even though they drive me insane with that flipping and fighting and that wrestling, like WWE is in my house. But at the same time, I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it.
I gotta show them who's boss.
I wouldn't trade it.
Captain
My husband doesn't know
dog.
nothing about sports, but he will go out there. He will go out there and pretend like, and he's actually learning it, and I'm believing starting to enjoy it. He just don't know yet that our son may be going to All-Star. But anyway,
Going by himself.
But that's the beauty in it. It's amazing when you see your prayers come to.
I understand.
It's when you think.
I appreciate it.
When you think like, man, this ain't gonna happen, and I'm saying that to a lot of listeners and viewers who feel that way. And this is to our single moms who, are dating and trying to have that, which will then become a blended. Even the dads, it's going to happen, and it's just because the first or the beginning didn't end the way you would like it, or it didn't happen the way you would like it, doesn't mean it's the end. Sometimes we have to rewrite our stories differently, or that happy ending is not always with the person that we initially intended for it to be. That goes back to something that you said. Don't settle for something that you didn't pray for.
Sure.
Because God does answer prayers.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you settle for something that you know you didn't pray for, and it exposes itself.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and so it's important that you really stick with what you pray for. You know, I prayed for you.
I actually prayed for you. I didn't know I prayed for you because I showed him put divorce, 2 kids. Now that part I didn't pray for.
But I know you put handsome and tall and dark and sexy and
Y'all see my face.
and muscular.
I put
fit.
I did put something that I know that he does, and I said a man who loves God. I did put that. Now I know that for sure.
But what about the sexy and the muscular and the tall and the dark and
I'm not
handsome?
all that.
You didn't put that?
I didn't ask for no tall. I didn't know you was gonna be an Amazon. I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
I had no clue. I did not. I am 5'2" and you are 6'4" shit.
And you love every inch.
Oh my God. So people, we love you guys. And I hope this has been fun.
Make sure that you join the Bonus Club, that you become a part of our community. I was eating Skittles during the show.
You sure was.
We're going to have to get to the Skittles in the next episode, but we definitely want to.
I think it's a mixture in this one too.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure out a way because we far apart from each other. We both
I'm going to have
need
to
a
have my bowl.
We both need
I'm
a
going to have
bowl.
my
That's
own bowl.
what it is.
Yay.
We'll both have a bowl. But we really appreciate you. You know, you are an answered prayer as well.
Yeah.
Because this, you know, My Dope Blend, the Bonus Club, it's a vision that I can honestly say was birthed in my wife, in Leslie. She lives, eats, breathes, sleeps My Dope Blend, Bonus Club, and because of that, so do I. But we literally are grateful for every viewer, every listener.
Yes, we are.
You, because without you, we would just be talking to each other as we have been for the past 10 years. But we're grateful that we have a platform that we can come and share our stories with you. And so we want to hear from you. We want to always hear your stories. We want to hear your comments. You know, some things you might not like, some things you might like. Tell us even if you don't like them.
Yeah.
Give us an opportunity to maybe give a flip side of it. But make sure.
To his point, your voice matters. Your voice matters, and that's what we want to create. We want to create a safe place for you guys to feel that you can DM us, you know, put a comment, even suggest things that you may want to hear us talk about. And then, you know, we're open to, you know, people who want to be a part, you know, come hear us, you know, as we are doing our podcast. Those who want to, you know, be guests and tell their own story. That's being a part of the community. So you'll hear more about that.
And you'll see more of us outside of just on YouTube and in your, you know, in your ears as you listen.
Yes.
But we want you to, we've got some live experiences that have come up and some that we've already done, some that we will continue to do. You find those things out by becoming a part of the Bonus Club. Go to our website, www.mydopeblend.com, and you can go to Let's Blend and you can join the Bonus Club. That's how you find out the exciting things we have going on. Follow us on social media.
Yes.
We're on Instagram.
Yes.
We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. Just look up My Dope Blend. You can follow the hashtag. You'll always be able to know where we are. And we
You're
just
doing
want
so
y'all
good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wow. You like that?
Go ahead.
You like that?
It's flowing.
Ha ha!
Go ahead.
Make sure that you become a part of the community. We want to stay connected with you. We want you to stay connected with us.
And one last thing. Please, 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 please. We got something great coming. The book, Bridging Hearts. You see how in this episode we bridged our hearts back together because I was going to break his. But I'm just kidding. But bridging our hearts, that, you know, it will be a blessing to you all. I can promise you that it is not just to give advice, but to welcome you into a space, a place where we can all be one and talk about our experiences as blended families, as marriages, and just as loving people who want to come together and just learn and glean from each other within this blended dynamic. We love y'all so much.
Thank y'all for joining us today.
Bye,
Make sure
y'all.
you like and share.
Keep blending.
Keep blending.